Vapors, man. We're back with another Car Talk TV network live on YouTube, man. We got a special guest today, but let me introduce my co-host, the OG from Baltimore himself, Carsho Rail. How you doing, Carsho?
Man, feeling lovely, feeling lovely. Look, this part 2 of Car Talk TV Network. We got a 3P today. So y'all heard ATA Drone. We was in there talking to EV Talk, and we had the special pop in from Demonology. Man, that was some good talk. Now we up here with Mopar Savages, the CEO, the Presidente, 345 Superwoman. Look,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes. So let's welcome to the show, man. Car Talk TV Network, man. 345 Superwoman. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Man, we're super excited, man. We know you have a very, very busy schedule, man, and we just appreciate your manager calling us back and fitting us in your schedule. So we're just blessed to be on the schedule, man. So thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah. And y'all, I'm saying that in jest, but I'm also being real too, because I've been following what can I call you instead of 345 Superwoman?
You can call me Ashley.
Ashley, okay, there you go. I've been following Ashley for a while on Instagram and heard a lot of good things about her before I started following her. And she comes completely from the left, in my opinion. There's like a blueprint or a playbook that I see a lot of the new Mopar owners go by. And when I saw her car with herself on it as Superwoman, I hadn't seen that. I've seen people do like characters, everybody do characters, Superman, like the actual Superman, or maybe the actual Supergirl. I don't think I've seen that, but somebody probably got the Supergirl from the cartoon on there. I hadn't seen a person put themselves on there in character on their car. So I was already like, okay, I'm already digging this. I love originality, man, and she definitely possesses that originality, and she's a fellow North Carolinian. So if you don't mind, Ashley, how did you get into cars?
So I've always been into cars. I grew up with my grandparents, and Sundays were car days with my grandfather. So we would watch all the old school car shows, watch drag racing, um, read hot rod magazines. So Sundays was just a day to spend time with my granddad and focus on cars.
Oh man, now that's dope, man. And I mentioned that we're both from North Carolina. Tell everybody
Yeah.
what part you're originally from.
So I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. Born and raised, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, salute to Raleigh. I'm from Durham. Sometimes, Raleigh and Durham don't mix. It's kind of like oil and water sometimes. But when we come to representing the whole state, I lock arms with my fellow Carolinians from Raleigh, Chapel Hill, and the
Exactly.
surrounding area and all that. I know you said you got in the cars with your on your Sundays with your grandparents and everything. What kind of cars was grandfather into? What was his thing?
So he liked all cars. He still has a car. So a El Camino. He has an '89 El Camino, which I fell in love with as a kid, and like I just love watching him peel off, burn some rubber, and just hearing the engine roar. Okay, I was like, I'm gonna do that when I start driving. You just wait.
Yeah. You said that the El Camino. That's the G body
Yes,
territory right there.
yes,
I have an '83 Monte Carlo that's being built right now up in Clinton, Maryland.
nice.
So I'm looking forward to it and just learning about the G body platform itself. So that's pretty cool, and that you have that legacy, those memories, that you will always have, and create new memories. Do y'all get to spend much time together now, as far as cars and stuff like that?
Not as I would like, due to health reasons on his
Mm-hmm.
end.
Mm-hmm.
I always look forward as a kid, like, oh, when I get older, we can go to the track together and do this. So here, so recently, I haven't been able to, but we did maybe last year. We went to the Benson drag strip and we were able to look at some races together, which was fun.
Okay, Benson. Okay, so do they ever have open nights? Because I know you have a fast car. And I allegedly have a fast car. I'm just trying to
That's
figure
what
out
they
what would be a good.
say.
That's what they say. I'm just trying to find out what might be a good place that we both can get to locally, track wise, and run some numbers up.
Piedmont Dragway. I go there twice a month. They do drag racing. They do drifting. Come out. What up?
Okay, well, let me go ahead and hold on a second. Whoa, slow. Get your horses back in the barn now. Bring them back in. Bring them horses back in the barn. Listen, I've been to Piedmont.
I saw.
Yeah. So I had the opportunity to race the world's fastest donk.
You
The
did.
the world's first EV versus donk, and it happened to be the world's fastest donk. I didn't win the race, but I'm not afraid to line it up with the fastest of the fastest cars. And I
Right.
know as I'm learning my car, because I actually had that car for a few days. I don't even think I had it for a whole week when me and Donk Master lined it up. So
Okay.
that was my first time going on a tree with that car. And an electric car is different for several reasons, than your
Mhm.
ice car. So I could have did better at the tree. I don't think I would have won the overall race,
Mhm.
but if I would have done better at the tree, I would have had a little bit better, a better showing, so to speak. So now that I got a little bit of experience under my belt, I've raced my Tesla up in Maryland a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
I'm looking for a return to Piedmont. And there's another guy. His name is Rides with Riley. I don't know if you know him or not. He's a YouTuber.
Oh.
He covers a lot of the big wheel racing events. He's more behind the
Okay.
camera, but he said
Cool.
he has a. I'm not sure what year the Mercedes is, but I think they dropped some turbos in the Mercedes. I'm not sure which platform it is. I think it's
Mm.
a C. I think it's the E class. Looks like about a 90s E-Class possibly, and they've done some modifications to it. So he called me out and said, hey man, won't you come down to Piedmont? Is it like Tuesday nights? Is that sound about right? Tuesday nights?
Yeah, but I think it's Tuesdays. Is it Tuesdays or Wednesdays? One of those two.
Maybe it's Wednesday. Yeah, it might be Wednesday,
I think
but
it's Wednesday. Yeah.
okay, I knew it was midweek, so I might have to get y'all ever went to Walmart and they had a 2-for-1 special. Car show.
Mhm.
I'm just
I know
asking the
where you
question.
I know where you
A-
go with that.
Ashley,
Where
I'm
you
just asking the
going?
question. I'm just asking the
Huh?
question. Hey, you ever been to
Huh?
Walmart and you seen a 2-for-1 special?
Not at Walmart. No.
Oh, okay, not at Walmart. Okay, well, let me tell you where they got a 2-for-1 special at. They got them at Piedmont. they got a 2-for-1 special at Piedmont. So I'm looking forward to getting a 2-for-1 special at
Yeah.
Piedmont. So I'm gonna call my guy Rides with Riley,
Mhm.
and we'll try to coordinate something. That way, I won't have to go down there twice. So I can just go down there. Military terms, one shot, one kill. You know what I'm saying? Save
Nah,
save the
I want to
government some
race you
money.
with both cars though.
The Monte Carlo.
No, I got Scat Pack too. So
Oh, I got you. Okay. So we're gonna have to do that on two separate dates then. I
okay,
need to
all
race
right.
both of your cars on whatever. So both of your cars can be in the building, right? You got somebody to drive the other car, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. So I had to race you on one day because what most people don't know
Okay.
about electric cars is the less power you have, it's going to
Mhm.
take away from your overall performance.
Right.
So there's a charging station in Siler City that I can go top off at about 99% and
Mhm.
get to Piedmont about 87, 88%.
Okay.
And I should have a pretty decent showing if I can get there above 80, 85%.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll
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 figure it
be
out.
which one you want to line up first?
Superwoman.
Superwoman. Tell us about Superwoman. Give me the specs.
She's a stock RT. Nothing special.
Stock
Stock.
RT?
They all say
Mhm.
No,
that.
everybody say stock. Stop playing on here.
It's
They
a
all
stock
say
RT. It's
Okay.
just a beautiful frostbite stock RT.
I'm not gonna press you, ma'am. I'm not gonna press you. Okay, so car show. I'm lining up versus my stock Tesla. Now those are all facts.
Mhm.
Stock Tesla Model Y performance. It's an SUV, so it'll be an SUV racing a car.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting. And I'll just give you a little bit of background on a Tesla Model Y stock, and it is
Okay.
because you really can't modify it, but maybe making it lighter by taking out the seats and all that good stuff. So just to give you some comparables, it's just as fast as the C8 Corvette.
Mhm.
Is just as fast as the Lamborghini Urus, and it's actually faster in a roll race, which I don't like roll racing. I like to race from the tree. It's
Right.
faster than the Jeep Trackhawk.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to give you a couple pieces so you can, so if you know where you line up at with the track hawk, you already got a good idea where you might line up with me. Now, when we race, it's gonna come down to a few different factors. How
Of course.
well you do at the tree.
Driver mods.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Are you lined
Yeah,
up
I know what you're
properly? And
saying.
yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna have an advantage, at the tree. Heads up,
Mhm.
pro tree, right? Heads up, pro tree. We're not doing a sportsman tree. We're gonna do a heads up, pro tree. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. I just want another opportunity to go fast. Whenever I can go fast, I don't care. Let's go.
Now, tell us about the scat.
That's stock too. It's stock. Nothing has been done to it. Nothing cosmetic. Nothing
Hey,
mechanically.
hey, Vic. So I used to run a car club, and
Yes, you did.
you know, as the president, you got to be on, you got to be on tippy top. For the most parts, it starts at the head and it goes on down. You want to be a proper representation of your car club. Um, both of the car stock as her being CEO. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. I'm not unless. And this is
Unless
a question for you. Um, unless you're more on the show side than the racing side.
I give you that.
That's the
Yeah,
only.
currently I'm more so on the show side right now.
Okay. So
That's
okay.
what I do. I travel to the shows and I do race, at Piedmont because it gives me an opportunity to go fast and it's in a sanctioned area.
Yeah.
So I'm more so on the show side right now. But as soon as that warranty goes out,
Okay. Well, she
that
might be
license
stuck.
coming.
I
You
think
know
that'd be a
what?
good race. That'd be a good race.
I think it'd be a good race too, because again, the book can say one thing, and again, I've seen different videos, the Tesla lining up versus these different cars, and I've seen myself in my Tesla,
Hmm.
um, on the track and off the track, as well, and it performs very, very well under pressure because it just performs well under pressure. All you have to do is press and go. It's kind of like a perm, you just press and go,
Ooh, that was a
press,
great analogy. Check you out.
press and go. So, with thank you for that cosign. I appreciate that. How many? I'm not gonna ask you that. How many races you won? How How do you normally race for fun, or do you race for a trophy? Do you race for lunch, dinner? Do you race for uh, jewelry? What motivates you? To race.
I race for fun. I'm
There you
all
go.
about capturing a memory, having fun. Like I said, this is something I've always looked at as a kid and I always look forward to doing it. So once I get the opportunity to go, I can go.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Okay. Gotcha. So what I will say, one thing I enjoy about racing, and it's definitely for the fun of it. I definitely enjoy that part of it. But I enjoy making sure that my opponent has the same energy that they had in the pre-race press conference,
Uh huh.
that
Uh
they
huh.
had the same energy in the post-race press conference. So that's the only thing that I ask of you, that I ask you not to change. You can change anything you want. Don't change the energy in the post-race press conference. That's all I
Duly
ask. I don't.
notated. Duly notated.
So y'all heard it here first, right? Publicly, she's gonna have the same energy post-race because now she wants to race me in two different vehicles. So she's gonna see in the first race what I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want the second race to get delayed or denied. So can we lock in?
Oh,
Can we lock in the second race now?
yeah.
Okay.
She ain't backing down.
She's not back. She's not backing down. And Demon Dollar said he
Never.
he he don't race for money. He race for souls. That's the Soul Snatcher. That's the name of
Ooh,
his car.
souls. Mm.
I know. And if you don't, and he said if you don't have one, you can bring like your uncle to the track and he'll take his.
Okay. Oh,
I
well
like that
covered.
better because if I lose, hey, Uncle George, peace.
Right.
We'll see you next. We'll see you in the afterlife.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I know, man. But tell us about the car shows. I know we're sitting here talking about racing, and that's going to be fun. We're going to have fun doing that. Whether you 0-2 or whether you 0-2, it don't. I'm sorry. Or 1-1 or 2-0. My bad. Or you're 2-0 or 1-1. Regardless of how it shakes down, we're still going to remain, cordial
Of
and whatnot.
course. Of
But I've
course.
seen you with a few trophies on Instagram.
Mhm.
Tell us how the car shows have been for you and Superwoman.
So I love going to car shows. I mainly love going to car shows so I can share my vision and my story with people because people they're always amazed. They're like, "Oh, I love the car," and then when they look at me, look at the decal, then they're like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's me." And then they want to know how did it happen and who did it and all that good stuff. So I just love to have an opportunity to talk to people. The car is a great conversational piece, and I love to share my vision with people because it's one of a kind. Okay, you will never see another car with a black superwoman.
No,
Definitely not my face.
I mean you might eventually
No.
somebody might pull the image off of
Yeah,
Instagram and
true. True,
be a
true,
tribute
true, true,
car.
true.
Maybe a tribute car. Like no, it's
There
like
you go.
my favorite Mopar person is 345 Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? And tell everybody what is 345. Just to be clear, what is 345 Superwoman? What is the 345 in Superwoman?
So that symbolizes my motor, my V8 cubic inches. Inches. That's what that symbolizes.
Gotcha.
Three, four,
Because
five.
the common terms that we hear all the time. We hear 392, we hear 707, we hear 797. So we don't hear 345.
Right.
Out front that way. Um, yeah.
A lot
So
of people don't know, and it's pretty hilarious because some people are like, oh, she has 393. She doesn't have 392. What's 345? I'm like, let me school you real quick, and they're like, oh,
Hey, Demonology. I'm sure you know who Demonology 638 is in the Mopar world.
yes,
He's in the chat right now. He says, "Where are you located?" Tell Demonology where you're located.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina, fellow North Carolinian, and us North Carolinians, when we good country folk, man, we won't bother nobody, but we don't play either now.
Got that right.
We don't play either now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I know you're family is important to you, and speaking of not playing, I'm sure that's one of the things that you don't play about your little one, right?
Yes, don't play.
Don't play with that. Like what they say, Mama Bear will tear your head off in a heartbeat.
Exactly. In a second. Not even a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
yeah. Oh, in a second, in a second, I love that even more. Like we're not even gonna play. We're not gonna ask why you touched him. We just gonna go ahead and get on your backside
Period.
real quick, like what I'm saying. And what I do like about when people have a passion and love for their family, and they have a passion and a love for cars, is when they
Hmm.
come together. That's one thing I admire about Demonology. I see him, I see his wife, I see the boys out there. Don't Master, as busy as he is around city to city, state to state, I got to meet all his kids at an event. His wife is right there, man. And I just love that. How do you find the balance of family, cars, and your professional career?
So when it comes to the car events, my kids love it. So with that, I take them with me. They're with me 90% of the time at car shows. Um, since my family acquired the Scat Pack, my husband now he's included in coming to the shows and coming to the races with me. So it's just all about creating memories for us, and we have a blast doing it.
No, that's dope. And you're looking at, I don't know if it's to your left or to your right, Carshall Rail. Like I'm gonna wave his flag for him real quick. Like he's an OG in Baltimore in the car club scene, and he's one of the founding members of some early car clubs in Baltimore. And when I found out you was a car club president of the
Hmm.
chapter of your club in North Carolina, I was like, man, we got the car club expert. So Carshall Rail, if you don't mind, just kind of picking her brain or sharing something from some of your experience as a car club president.
Yeah. First, I want you to. I see the shirt, Mopar Savages. Tell us a
Yes.
little bit about the club. Why you started it, how it started, when it started.
Okay, so Mopar Savages, North Carolina started maybe a year ago now. And basically, what we do, we go to car shows. We help the community during Thanksgiving, so we adopt a family. We were able to do that the first time this past Thanksgiving. We get together and we just have a good time.
Dope. How can I guess someone trying to get down with a car club? Like, do you guys have requirements? If so, what are the requirements of joining Mopar Savages?
So the first requirement is to speak with me or whatever, because I like to get to know people to pick up on their energy, their vibe, to see how things are and if they will be a good fit. Then after that, there are two events that they will have to attend just so they can see how everyone gets together, get their energy to see what's what. After that, then we will talk again. And then if it really is a move for you, then you can join the club.
And dope stuff. So, do you have it set up where we didn't in our car club, but we noticed other car clubs did. Like they had the president. Everybody got president and vice president. But then I've seen people like having the lieutenant, the sergeant of arms. Like, do you guys break it down? Go in as far as that type of chain of commands with your club?
No. See, how I wanted this chapter to be is more carefree and just to have a good time. Like, I don't want it to feel restrictive, like, oh, you
Mm.
have to do this to be a part of the club, or if you don't come to this, we're going to make you feel bad because you didn't make time. I want it to be fun, carefree, family oriented, where you can bring your kids, just have a good time, creating a memory. And that's it. So,
Love
like,
it.
I don't
Love it.
have any dues or anything that's due.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
with if just like with Thanksgiving, everyone donates because we have a common cause that we're working towards.
Mm.
Yeah, love that. Love that. And before I toss it back over to you, Vapes, you talked about your grandfather, his El Camino, obviously
Mhm.
that Chevy gang. I see you with
Yes.
the Mopars now. Tell us a little bit about your first car, your first build as well, and how you got into Mopars.
Okay, so first of all, let me make this clear. I love all cars. It's not just Mopar, but right now, that's where my heart is right now, and that's the direction that I want it to go currently. But I love all cars. I love Chevys, I love Toyotas, I love Lex. I love all cars, period. Even
Tesla.
Teslas. See, you didn't
I,
give me
I,
time. I was getting there. I was getting
nah,
there.
you was taking too long.
But yeah, I love all cars. My first car was actually a Acura 2.5 TL. That
Love
was my
it.
first car that I purchased with my own money. My name was on the title. That was my first car. I love that car, but the only thing that I didn't like about the car is the fact of whenever I had to get an oil change or anything done to the car, or if I need to get something from AutoZone, they always ask me, "Hey, was it 6 cylinder, 8 cylinder?" And I'm like, "No, it's five." And
I
then
was
we
like,
would go back and forth, and they're like, "No, your car did." I said, "Yes, I have five plugs." Okay, right there. I said, "We can go outside and look at it." I promise you, I had to explain that every time with that car.
that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's not common. I mean, I clearly, that
Mm.
that's not common. And I think for the average person working over the counter, AutoZone type of whatever, you know, I wouldn't say all of them would be, car experts. And when it's a car that's not too common, I'm sure that was like, okay, can you just go in the computer, and then once you get in the computer, it's gonna tell you, right? When they go in there, it tell them everything, how many cylinders and all that good stuff. Hey, just
Exactly.
go on, open at your computer, then we'll get into the conversation, man. But what I wanted to ask you real quick was we see the cars, and we see the things that you're doing on the car shows, and we're gonna see the things that you're gonna do at Piedmont track here real soon. Um, how how did that path get created? We know that most of us don't inherit cars; they don't just
Mhm.
drop in our laps. So there's usually a way that we're able to fund our fun, and and it's usually through a career, whether it's a entrepreneurial path, military, a job, a specific career field.
Mhm.
What are some of the things that you've been able to do to be in a position to have some fun with these cars?
So I happened to fall into IT maybe 12 years ago. So my IT career is what funds my son when it comes to cars.
Okay, okay, and tell us about the IT field, because again, it's one of those fields that um, I want to say it's not common, but it's becoming more common.
Yeah,
Um, but but if there
years
was
ago,
some.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So is the IT field a traditional field? 4-year masters, doctoral. I see commercials all the time about
Mhm.
certifications, and I see so much information. I don't even know which is the path to go. What's a path that a person listening right now could go? I want to get in IT, and what is the basis that they need to obtain going into IT? Because I'm sure it's a broad field.
Right. So IT is very broad because you can go from technical support, which is helping people, or you can go on the back end, which is monitoring environments. But to answer that question is kind of hard because it depends on where that person is currently in their career. Now, if it was
Mhm.
someone who's just starting out, like in high school, they could go get a certification or a 2-year degree. But if it's someone who is seasoned working in another department, and whatever, they would have to go a different field because they would need to leverage the experience that they've already gathered from their current role. So for me, I went to Bennett College for Women. I didn't complete my 4-year tenure, but what I did was I leveraged my educational experience because I was a Dean's List student throughout the whole process of me being there. So I leveraged everything that I learned as well as my little customer service jobs. And right now I'm a systems analyst, and realistically I should have way more certifications that I don't have, and then also I should have maybe have like a master's in IT to be where I'm at. So it's all about leveraging your experience from previous jobs or whatever and just make it work for you.
No, I think that's dope, man. To just, I like IT, and I had looked into Cisco routing and switching.
Hmm.
Let me see, some years ago now. It was probably around '99. I was taking some Cisco routing and switching one
Hmm.
classes just for my own personal knowledge, to
Hmm.
learn. And I just remember opening that first book, and it was like zeros and ones. Okay, zeros and ones. What is zeros and ones?
Binary numbers.
Binary numbers, on and off switches. I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, is then I learned how to make Cat 5 cables,
Okay.
shielded and unshielded twisted pair, and all,
Hmm.
all that good stuff. So it was great. It was great, to learn those things, but it was just like so much. So when I hear someone say, "Oh, I'm in the IT field," I'm like, man, your brain has some capacity. Um, so have you always been, I want to say, analytical? Do you think you always were prepared for IT, or is it something that you had to kind of build yourself up to learn?
I've always been prepared because I'm the type of person where I'm always trying to figure stuff out. Like as a kid, like what I liked about cars was on those shows I would watch, it would tell you what different part makes this go this way, and give you the different means of putting stuff together and taking it apart. So naturally, IT came easy to me.
Yeah. Nah, that's tough. Like I said, hey, real. I was looking at them books, man. I was just like, what in the world? Hey man, I just want the money associated with IT, man. I ain't trying to do all this studying and stuff, man. Come on now, y'all doing too much right now.
Right. That's
Yeah,
why when people they ask me about IT, I'm like, what do you like to do and what don't you like to do? Like, do you like to talk to people? Do you don't like to talk about people? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different aspects, and I love talking about IT because, for one, I'm an African American woman in IT, and that's very rare. Like 95% of my jobs, I'm the only me. I don't have anyone that looks like me, and that's okay. So
Yeah,
that pushes me even more to want to elaborate and let other people know, like, it's so much opportunity in IT for you.
yeah, no, that's dope, man, and I definitely appreciate you you sharing that element of it because whether we want to admit it or not, we're all role models. We are. I mean, I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm not a role model. All I do is worry about me." I had to
Hmm.
disagree with that because as long as you're walking around and you're breathing, somebody is watching you. Whether it's
Yeah.
your child, a neighbor, complete strangers. How do you approach that element of life? You know, being a role model.
I try to be positive, and I always try to look at the whole picture of things. And I like to share that with people. Like, yeah, this door may close for you, but there's a reason why this door is closing for you. This opportunity that you prayed for that didn't come through, it's a reason why it didn't come through. It wasn't meant for you. It's something else that's better that's meant for you.
See that
I love that
that
attitude.
that's the vibe, that's the attitude that I like because there have been doors closed, like literally doors closed. And I used to be like, see, man, why it work out for them? I'm a nice
Mhm.
person. Why is it not working out for me? And it's like, nah, you were not supposed to go through that door.
Right.
You were to only have a limited time frame with that organization,
Hmm.
and as you know, we had a conversation earlier, and Kasha Rail was talking about, my previous, career life and
Right.
whatnot. I had to become uncomfortable so that I would feel the urgency to leave that career. I mean, because it's
Right.
so easy to open up a laptop and make $100,000 opening up your laptop. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But I knew that I just wasn't happy, and it was not for me to do that. And it took a whole pandemic, the worst thing in the world. It took the worst thing in the world for me to have the best moment of my life, putting in that 2 week notice and saying, "Yo, I trust God and His plan for my life." And I walked out that door,
Hmm.
and it's a year. It'll be a year, August 15th.
That's awesome.
So we're approaching a year. The house is still here. They ain't put no red letter on the front. I don't know if the letter's red or not. I'm just They ain't put no letter on the door.
Look at
Um,
God.
Look at them. The lights are still on. I just I bought my first car without a job. My new Tesla. I mean, it was my first
Mhm.
time buying a car without a job. So it's like, man, God is great, man, and things are going good. So for you to say what you just said, it's encouraging me, and I'm sure it's encouraging other people. What keeps you grounded, and strong? What keeps you so grounded and strong the way you appear to be?
I would say self care, meditation, because without those two things, you lose yourself and you lose focus. So while I'm able to center myself with those sources, I'm able to stay focused on my goals, whether it be in the car world, personal, or career wise. So that's what helps me stay that way.
Nah, that's dope, man. And some of y'all that already are familiar with 345 Superwoman, I like to call her Ashley. Um, I kind of met her. I want to say kind of because we were both at a car event. Stunner Reese was like the marquee name on a
Mhm.
car meet in Albemarle, North Carolina, which is right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. So I remember when I saw her, pull in and everything. I said, "Oh, okay, I get to meet, 345 Superwoman, for the first time, whatever." So as I'm making my way through the crowd and everything, once I got through the crowd, she was talking to some people. I kind of, how you kind of stand off in the distance and you don't press up, especially not with like famous people because they got handlers and stuff. So I waited for about 10 minutes and I was like, dang, that's a long time, man. It was hot out there. So I left. And then, I came back about an hour later and then, line was still long. And I was just kind of like, oh man, I'm gonna have to catch her, on another go round. So tell us what it's been like in the Mopar world, the YouTube world, the Instagram world, the car show world, car club world, as you've been gaining popularity and notoriety.
It's been pretty awesome. And I say that because I love meeting new people and talking to people, relating with people, learning new things. So this has been a great experience. Just like before this, I actually had hosted my first little event to do a birthday cruise by for my aunt for her birthday. And one of the participants that showed up, it was 12 cars in the line. One of the participants that showed up, I didn't know him. He just follows me on social media and he popped up. So that let me know I was doing the right things. And it was just cool to meet someone who's been following me and looking forward to meeting me and finally able to get to meet me and hang out with me for a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. I would say that was me, but I didn't get to meet you. You know what I'm saying? I was just at the event, kind of like,
You didn't have any patience.
nah, I didn't.
So that's on you.
That's on me. I promise you, I blame nobody but myself. I was just like, I got to go. It's been 30 seconds of waiting. I got to standing still in this hot Albemarle heat. It just won't
Yeah,
working
it
for me.
was hard. Whew.
I had to create some wind. You know what I'm saying? By walking for sure, man. And but I definitely appreciate you for accepting the invitation. To the show, because literally, time is
Thank
precious.
you.
Time is money, and you spending time with us, we appreciate it. Just like we appreciate everyone that watches our show live, people that watch the replays. Car Talk TV Network. We're not just an interview show. We're a network, and we're adding people to the network, and the goal is to have a variety of valuable, talented people that can bring a positive light, to
Right.
the culture. And we got another person here that wants to tell us about an event that he has coming up. And he had a few questions, for you as well. Some of y'all might know him, man. If he got a little small channel on YouTube, man, little Mopar channel on YouTube, man. He goes by Demonology 638. Got a little small channel on YouTube,
What's
man.
going on?
Welcome to the platform, sir.
What's going on, real E-Vapes? I see y'all got Supergirl in the house. Or should I say Superwoman?
Superwoman, come on now.
Don't.
Messing
Hey,
up
hey,
already.
look, now, I heard you want to race, but if you race me, you might have to sing that song.
What song?
I'm not your Superwoman.
You come on here talking crazy.
Oh, God.
Is that what you be doing to them on the drag strip? You be tying them up.
I want to hear that song. I think I want to hear that song.
No,
Now,
man, you get demonetized.
Oh, my
You can't play
God.
oh no, I can't play it. I ain't gonna play it.
that. Hey, she say, I'm only human.
I'm only human.
I'm only human.
Then hit that high note. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Y'all
Hey,
are
so
crazy.
what all have you done to your car? Have you added any support mods to your car for drag racing? Because I heard you want to get into drag racing.
No, I have not.
Okay, so the first thing that I would recommend that you do is to start beefing up the suspension for drag racing, or go lightweight. So I want you to remember this, all about drag racing. The weight goes in the back and it's light in the front. Just like the old school ladies, small in the top but big in the waist.
Old school.
So,
This
Got
guy's
it.
crazy.
I
So
can
that's
look.
the way-
I can remember that. Thanks.
yeah. So that's the way you want your car. You want that all the way out the front with all the junk in the trunk, right? So that's where
Okay.
you want the way there. One thing you can do is you can free up horsepower that you already have, because you're running a 354, I believe, is your displacement or whatnot.
Yeah.
So what you can do is free up some of that weight through rotational weight by lighter wheels and tires, just by simply putting a lighter wheel and tire combination, because it's rotational weight. And you in all this analytics and and stuff like that. You can look it up and see. My wife talking about I can't stand it. Look at her. Man.
Yes.
Good Lord. Anyway, Rotational weight is very important because when that tire is turning, it's taking power to turn that tire over. And you can free up some of that horsepower from it's taking to turn that tire to get you on down the track.
Okay, cool.
Then the only other thing you have to you need to do is learn how to cut a good light. The tree that people most fear is the pro tree, but the pro tree is the easiest tree. The reason why it's so easy is because you light the pre-stage, the stage, the ready, and then the next thing you look at is the flash, and you go when you see the flash. Do not guess on the pro tree, because if you guess on the pro tree, like I used to try to do back in the day, if you guess wrong, you done. The other guy can go and spin, and you would have beat him, but your race is over from the start. They penalize you. Say, you disqualified from the start, so you can't even go back and catch that joker. The first lady in her talking about she can't stand. Hey, you see, I told her, I say, hey, I'm up here and it's getting kind of hot. I didn't want to turn on the air conditioner up here in my business, so I got my fan going. And I said, I need you to bring me something to, shout out to Sonic. They don't sponsor me, but my wife got me a doctor.
They don't sponsor me.
Sonic and hook me up. So you need to learn how to do that tree, and then the full tree is the next tree, or the sportsman tree, where you do the 2 pre-stage bulbs, and then it'll go yellow, 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 red. Yellow, 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 green. Don't even think about the green. The green is never in the equation. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to look at that third yellow, and when it fills up, then that's when you want to step on the bug and go. Now you have to now you got to realize, what type of sight do you have? Are you a person that looks into the bulb, or are you a person that looks through the bulb? And once you find out if you look into it or you look through it, then you can hone your technique even more and make it better for you while you're driving, right? Some people like to look in from the left side because they're looking across and they feel that the tree is closer to them. Some people like looking from the right side because they feel that it's better because they looking on the opposite side of the tree. Sometimes when you're looking, you will see the hint of the other person's car. You have to learn how to focus out of your mindset that other car is not there. You racing yourself. When you go up and do your burnout, you want to do your same routine, and you trying to be the most consistent you that you can be every time. So what I do is, once I get up and I scrub my tires just to knock some of the junk off, then I do my burnout. I never look at the other car. No more looking at the other car. Some guys, like bracket racers cars, they put up blinders. They hang a little deal off of the mirror like this. So even if they was to look, they can't even see the other person's car. And they take it and move it from side to side. Some guys use an old school trick, like they'll take a visor, they'll get a helmet with a visor on the helmet, and they'll pull up to the light and they'll drop their head down and it'll cut off. After they've lit the first 2 yellow stages, they drop off and just look at the first, bulb. And then when they see a flash, they go. Some on a full tree, they'll light the first 2, then they'll immediately drop down to that third yellow. Now they just start focusing on that. Oh, I'm showing y'all to look at depth. Don't look at my eyes. I didn't mean to do that. I mean to snatch your soul with what I was doing. Boy, I focused in. It just got just like that. Boy, I'm finna get a soul up in there, Mike. Girl, that's like kryptonite. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, those are the different techniques, and you can take those techniques. I used to use a technique when I was really honing my skill in. I would always look at the third yellow bulb regardless. And I had a piece of black tape on my helmet. A lot of people, they didn't see it, didn't recognize it. But I would just tilt my after I lit the first 2, even if I was on a pro tree. After I lit the first 2, I just dropped my head until I'm looking at that third yellow, because all yellows go off at the same time. Then when I got on a full tree or sportsman tree, I did the same thing. Just dropped my head till I was looking at the third yellow.
Right.
All yellow, and so it's the same way for me regardless. And the reaction is everything, because if I'm racing you in my car, I try to make my car quick and not fast. So like the race I did with Kevin Van Boers. A lot of people didn't realize this, but my car was having issues with me, and the throttle body was shutting down at a little bit past the 660. That's how Dunkmaster beat me that time, right? But with Kevin Van Boers, I jumped out on him like this, and that's how the race started. I started right here in front of him on the race. because my 60 foot was like in the 1-2, and I cut a good light, and it made me go like, boom, all right, let's start the race. And so he was trying to run me down the whole time. He didn't have the gap sauce to come back and gap me like Dunkmaster did. So I was able to hold him off. I finished that race at like 132 miles an hour, and he finished at 150 miles an hour. But I finished the race before he did. It's all about getting to the finish line before the other person gets to the finish line. It's not about how fast you are. It's not about the time you cut. It's about who gets to the finish line first. And once you understand that concept, then you can go deeper into racing and doing the things with, racing and making your car faster.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you. Anytime. I mean, but the brace I like to use is performance development.
Okay.
And it's performance, and it's spelled with the number 4. It's a big diff brace. It will void your warranty, but I'll be honest with you. I'd rather that warranty be voided than to let that differential break, because when it breaks, man, it is a lot of work. It will tear up your half shafts. It can break your transmission. It'll beat up the bottom of your car. The car will never be the same, even though the warranty may cover it and get it fixed.
Right.
The car is never the same. Have you ever seen cars going down the street and they kind of look like they're going sideways?
Yeah.
That's because everything has been all beat up and knocked out of whack. So I just rather go with that. I do believe in the technique of foot braking. A lot of people get upset with me because I foot brake the car. What foot braking does is it loads the suspension and then it springs it out. It loads the load, the power that you're trying to get, and then it springs it out.
Right.
The other people, they like to flash the converter. They just pull up there and the car is set, and then they smash the bug. And to me, it's like slapping a horse on the ass that's not expecting it. Oh, and then it take off and rear up. That's how you break parts. If your car is not built for it, it'll break apart. Now, a true race car is built for that. It has a Ford 9-inch in it. It has a turbo 400 transmission. Everything is set up to handle that, and then they can leave off the two-step, and all that kind of stuff like that. But anyway, do you have any questions for me? I'm just rambling on. Good Lord, I had that woman bring me this good Dr. Pepper.
Man, you just held a master's class on on racing, bro. Like that's
It's
all.
a 101.
Yeah. You
man, I love it, man.
Appreciate you.
Man, I love racing, man. I have a lot of fun with it. The real Nova 797 just messaged me, asked me, was I going out to Extreme Raceway? But I wasn't planning on it today. I'm going home and I'm on chill with my honey bunny, and we got to make a trip this week. So I got to go to a secret location to do some secret stuff, to work on some secret parts that this company is making our cars where we can drag better. After I get the date where I can talk about it, I will let you know, Superwoman. So you can get that part. You can add it to your car if you so choose to, and it would help you. But I guess you don't snatch souls. What do you race for?
I just race for fun right now.
Oh, so you're just a good time girl, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
so she out there racing for fun, and I love that, because this is the thing people need to realize. Just like in jiu-jitsu, I run a jiu-jitsu school, and what I tell my students is that when you compete in a tournament, you don't lose, you only learn. So we either win or we learn. So go out there and try to learn something. If I was winning all of my races, I would be bored, because it ain't nothing for me to learn. I'm telling you, it's no Floyd Mayweather's in drag racing. I met the #1 drag racer that's out there right now. His name is John Force. And guess what? John Force ended up losing that day at the track. But I talked to him and I asked him what was his secret, being 72 years old and still racing. He said, Demonology, I race because I love it. He said, when you quit loving it and it's not fun for you, then quit doing it. And I think a lot of times what makes this racing not fun is, I know they just selling wolf tickets. They ain't finna bust a grape in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. But they just, but then when they start betting the money, that's when the resentment comes in. Because if I have to hand E-Vapes a stack of money, and I go to give E-Vapes that money, I say, E-Vapes, you beat me. Here your money. Give me my money, fool. You ain't making rent this week. Tell your wife I took her money.
Yeah.
Boy, and I'm hot, and I mean, that's what they do, So I try to get the guys to learn how to lose gracefully. And side bet, I will bet you for a lunch or some food and And now I'm gonna eat a big steak. I'm gonna get a big plate. So you're gonna play a big bill.
So be prepared.
Yeah. So be prepared. When I go to the restaurant, you can take me to McDonald's if you want to, but I'm gonna say I want one. And then you're gonna say one, I want one of everything on the menu.
Nah, that's dope, man. And you know, we've been talking about racing here, and we appreciate all the great racing advice. I know you got a Demonology has an event coming up in New Orleans. If you don't mind.
No, it's not in New Orleans. The event is in Shreveport. I always call everything New Orleans in Louisiana because that's what we always hear about. But this event is in Shreveport. I say New Orleans all the time.
Well, it's in Shreveport though.
So it really ain't even in Shreveport. It's in a place called Gilliam. Gilliam is just right outside the Shreveport. Remember I talked about the Dallas Cowboys yesterday? For years, they called it the Dallas Cowboys. It was in Irving, Texas. Cowboy Stadium. Like the Dallas Cowboy Stadium is in Arlington right now. You know, so you go by the biggest city, you know, that it's around. So the biggest city is Shreveport, and that's what it's around. One thing about this drag strip I'm going to, it is a Black-owned business, man. Shout out to this guy, Marcus. He is doing his thing. You can look him up on Instagram, Life of Marcus J. So look him up on Instagram. Shout out to him. Tell him I sent you there. We got to help this brother grow this drag strip. He tries to keep it very, very professional. Ain't all that fighting and yakking and all that mess going on at the drag strip. He's going to make sure that you have a good time. It's family oriented. The race event is going to be on August the 21st. It's called Mopar Madness. So we're going to have the Mopars in the house, but you can bring other cars there, even if you don't have a Mopar. Excuse me. And we're going to do a raffle. I get a lot of people that want to race. How can I get on one of your videos and race you and get a chance to get away with my soul, or you snatch my soul, or whatever? So I said, you know what? At this race event, I'm going to race 5 times. I'm going to put a raffle up. Just go in and enter the raffle. We'll draw the raffle, and 5 people will race me. Well, they say, well, how does that go? You know, like you got an all-stock car. Well, if you got an all-stock car, I'm going to give you the back tire and the hit, right? If your car is modded, then you're going to get the lane next to me, and we're going to make it happen, right? So I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to race people, win or lose. I always make a funny video. I like to kid myself when I lose. So, you know, it's no biggie to me, right? But that's August the 21st, and I'm doing something special. Here in Texas, it gets really, really hot. The track I grew up at in Texas is called Yellow Belly. We call it the gut, right? But because it's down. Anyway, that's a long story. So at Yellow Belly drag strip, it gets so hot that what we do is we race from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. We treat the track like the club. You know, now my wife, she's of the Caucasian persuasion. She like to go get out in the swimming pool and lay out in the sun like this in her bikini. You know, man, I'll be standing up in the shade, sipping on some tea, looking at her. Like, you're getting kind of red out there. I keep trying to tell her, you can't get this. You got to be born with it. This is a blessing. You just can't lay out in the sun and get this sweet brown sugar, right? So the thing about it is that it gets too hot. We don't want to be out at the track in the heat. You know, when I was in Baton Rouge, a couple of people during there fell out because they was in the heat all day. So when the sun comes over, we covered up with when the sun is gone, we covered up with the shade of night. The track is cooler, the track is stickier, and we can rock that track. And we just make it like a party. That way you get to do all the stuff you got to do during the day, handle the kids, go over here, see mom and them, visit everybody, and just like you going to the club, show up to the club, and we're going to be there party. And you get to do the car show at night, which I really love the car show at night. Car show is going to be done by Reel to Reel. Now at nighttime, you can see all the lights. She talking about I'm crazy. Crazy for you, darling. Crazy for you. So the car show at night, you get to see all the lights on the cars and all the stuff. You know, I didn't used to like them lights on the cars and stuff. Till Audio Cat hooked me up and put all them lights on the Soul Snatch, and he can make it do all kind of tricks and dances and stuff like that. We're also going to do road racing, which you'll start like on the street, but you'll be on the drag strip. And you go down the drag strip, and it's safe. You know, I like to be where it's safe at, right? So let's say if something happens at the drag strip, hey man, medical services is right there. You know, I'm a retired officer. You know, they used to call us on on the radio, you know, Tom 215, copy call, you got a signal to at 3200 East Freeway. Good loud, I'm 15 minutes away from 3200 East Freeway. Them people out there suffering, they need help now, right? At the drag strip, medical services is right on top of you, get you taken care of. Hopefully, we won't see no incidents like that. Generally, what I find is that the Mopar community is more modern day cars, and they are a lot safer, and they tend to hold up at the drag strip, and we have very few mishaps, right? So let's come out, let's have fun. They also will do sliding, where they'll be sliding in the circle, and we'll have a burnout contest. Man, I'm telling you, all that stuff is better at nighttime. When you see sliding during the day, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's cute. When you see it at night and the smoke is going and the music, come on, man.
Yeah.
It turns it into a whole different atmosphere and puts it on a whole nother level. So August the 21st, Shreveport, Louisiana. You can get your tickets at demonology638.com. People say, Demonology, what is 638? My car, Dodge Demon, is number 638. They only make 3,300 demons. My demon is number 638. My kids are like, Dad, wouldn't you be happy if your car was 666? I like, hell no, I leave it right there at the demon.
Nah, we don't want that one.
Nothing.
Right.
I read the Bible. It say that's the mark of the beast. I don't
want that one.
666 car. I'm a beast, but I just don't want the mark of the beast.
Nah, not that one. You don't want that one.
I don't want that.
I don't want that. Hey, do you know my friend Uzumaki? I call him Uzumaki. He does comic car or
Comic Con.
Comic, what is it called? Comic
Comic Con. I don't think they know each other, but
what?
I sent.
You don't know Uzumaki, and you got the super lady up on the hood like this.
I sent him her car though.
Man, you got to get with this brother. He has all kind of cars that come in with the, Hey, why did you pick Superwoman out of the ones out there? I want to know your reason, because I love comic books. I like Vixen and and Storm and and all those Captain Marvel and all those people. Which Captain Marvel way finer than Superwoman. My wife gonna get mad at me, but anyway, I just think Captain Marvel way finer than Superwoman, because she got that afro. I got a thing for froze. Anyway, so why did you pick Superwoman? Tell me what that was about.
So the story behind Superwoman is this: since in the car community, women are the minority, and also in my professional field, women are in the minority of IT. So I wanted to use a Superwoman to inspire other women to know that they can do whatever they want to do. They can go in the male-dominated world of IT or in the car field and do what the hell they want to do and have fun. Period.
There you go. Hey, but you know what I found out in the car community when it comes to racing? Women are superior when it comes to the drag strip. And this is why. Women have a quicker reaction time. I don't know how they do it. I don't know why it is, but women can see the light populate quicker than what a man can see it. That's why you have ladies like Leah Pruitt and all the other ladies that's out there drag racing. Brittany Force, they right there with them, boy. You line up with one of them girls and you think it's gonna be an easy way? No. They hate to be played with, because they can see it quicker than what a man can see. So I salute you, Superwoman.
Thank
Well,
you.
we'll see how quick she reacts to the light at Piedmont Dragway here in North Carolina.
Oh, she comes to Piedmont Dragway with E-Vape?
Yeah, E-Vapors Tesla versus 345 Superwoman, and she has a scat pack also. So I'm going to be racing the 345 and the 392.
See, now you gotta watch E-Vapes. If E-Vapes was a comic book character, he would be more like Deathstroke, right? So Deathstroke always have little tricks up his sleeve. So he probably got some kryptonite.
I feel that.
Somewhere. So don't let Deathstroke fool you and come out with some kryptonite. If he try to give you something that day at the track, don't take it. Don't
Okay, gotcha.
Nothing from eBay.
Hey, Piedmont, don't prep the left side of the track. I got a little thing I'm trying to do.
Oh, good Lord, you learning from them boys down in Louisiana. Stop it.
Hey, that's why I said that. That's why I said that, bro. I knew you would catch on.
Stop it already.
Yeah, don't prep the left side.
So why did you pick Mopar out of all the cars out there? What made you become a fan of Mopar?
So I love all cars. It's
Uh-huh.
just at the, I guess in 2016, I got a V6 Charger.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I like, okay, let me keep going with this Mopar field and see what's what. And then next, probably in a few years, I'm going to graduate to something else.
Okay, so you're gonna graduate to something supercharged or what?
Yes,
So like a Hellcat.
possibly.
Oh,
Or
look,
Tesla.
if you could just get any one of those cars, what I would tell you is that the best bang for the buck, if you can get a hold of one, you'll have to spend the dime on it, would be a Demon. And if you get a Dodge Demon, make sure that you're getting the Demon crate. A Dodge Demon without the Dodge Demon crate just makes it a superstar. Okay. So
Okay.
you want to get the Dodge Demon crate because that has a race PCM that unlocks it and makes it go fast. Why did I say get the Demon? Because most people are not going to do what I did to the Demon. You know, I took the Demon apart and stuff, and I got all my parts sitting to the side because I have a certified Dodge mechanic that he said he can put it all back the way it used to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Demon holds its value. Not too long ago, I went to the bank. I said, you know what? The interest rates dropped. I think at the time when I got the car, it was like 5% interest rate. So it dropped down to like a 1.9. I went in to refinance it. And the lady at the bank says, oh, no, we can't. Something is wrong here because it says that this 2018 Challenger is valued at $98,000. You know, I said $98,000. She said, "Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, on this report here, it says it's still worth $102. It's 2018 Challenge. It's 2022. There's no way it's going to be valued at $102 with 21,000 miles on it." So she went and got the bank manager. The bank manager recognized me. He said, "Man, are you demonology?" I said, "Yeah." And before he's you know, she told the story. He said, "That's a Dodge Demon. A Dodge Demon has a different value than all the other Challengers, so it is going to hold its value." He said, "True. It's valued at 102,000 or 90 between 98,000 and 102,000. Had that been a regular 2018 Scat Pack or Hellcat or whatnot, it would have been down in the 40s or 50s or something like that." So that's why I say get the Demon, because when you're all said and done with it, the car becomes an investment. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost just like my race coach. My race coach was telling me. He said it's better that I invest the money in getting a drag pack or a Cobra Jet instead of building a car from scratch. Simply because when I'm all said and done with it, I can still sell that car and it holds a value because it's an original race car. Like I got a body in white, but you know me, I got a little bank. I got a wife, I got a wife, two dogs, and 6 kids. So you know, all my money is just being. Every time I walk in the door, they hit me up. Give me the money. Give me the money. You know. So I'm still gonna try to build one car up, but I'm rethinking that. I may just save up some money and, like he said, try to buy me a drag car, because if I try to sell a car that I turned into a drag pack, a replica, it's not going to be worth anything unless somebody just really know everything I put into it. It's just going to be, something like that. So that's my only advice to give to you. But supercharged cars are great. I really like them. Eventually, you'll get into the area of nitrous. My race coach told me, whatever you do, don't ever use nitrous because it's addictive. It's like a drug.
I've heard.
I got the fooling around messing with Dunk Master, and I got the Gap sauce, and it is addictive because it is power in a bottle. You just got to make sure your engine is built for it. So once you mod your engine, if you go into modding your engine, you need to put stronger head bolt studs on that engine to keep it clamped down and eventually get into business. But you're a long ways from that now. Just enjoy your car. You need good wheels and tires. The tires are Mickey Thompson because Mickey is sticky. I don't care what nobody say. You put you some sticky Mickeys on there, and you're gonna tie them up. So get you some sticky Mickeys.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're more than
Nah,
welcome.
that's all good stuff, man. And again, y'all make sure y'all check out demonology638.com so you can get those tickets to that event on the 21st down near Shreveport. And we're gonna do my favorite part of the show, man. And some people you gotta bring them on for like 2 parts. Like it's some other stuff that I want to get into with Ashley, on another show, man. She got so many different levels. Want to go more in detail on just some career type stuff, man, and some other little fun stuff. But Kasho Rail has the world-renowned random five questions that we're gonna drop in. And if my screen disappears, it just means I gotta go to the front door. I got somebody that's coming to visit here in a little bit. But
Hey, that
Kasho,
ain't bill collector, is it?
look,
Just don't open the door.
I'm not gonna open the door. I'm gonna peek through the blinds.
Yeah. Don't even peek to the blind. Just tell the kids, say, my daddy ain't here. He said he ain't here.
I wish. See, I'm the only one at the house, so I'm unfortunately going to have to peek through the blinds and tell them to go away. We're gonna send the payment in here real soon. But Kasho, go ahead and drop that world-renowned random five, brother.
Yeah. Let's get into it. So I do this thing with every guest where I ask 5 random questions and you give me the 5 random answers that come to your mind. All right, ready?
Okay.
All right. Number 1, what is your dream car?
A Tesla.
Are you joking?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I didn't fall for that.
Yeah.
No, my dream car is legit a Dodge Demon, for real.
Oh wow, that's
Oh.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh.
See, I can tell she's telling the truth because she looked up to the left. When she said a Tesla, she looked down to the right. Anyway, go proceed.
He own it. He right.
Body language expert.
All right, question number 2, favorite restaurant?
Carrabba's.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, your favorite destination place to visit?
Anywhere where there's a water, so the beach. Period.
Oh,
The
okay.
beach.
Beach girl. Okay.
Can you swim?
Yes.
Thank
Ever
you,
since
my sister.
preschool.
Thank you.
All right, question number 4, what keeps Ashley going every day?
My desire to be the best version of myself I can be and to learn as much as I can every day.
All right.
Period.
Now.
Love it. Love it. And the last and final question. How do you want to be remembered as far as your legacy?
As a positive ball of energy and the fact that I live life with no regrets.
Love it. Love it.
Man, I love that big salute, man. And again, you guys, you're watching Car Talk TV Network on YouTube, man, and we just try to bring you guys some really interesting people and have some real, just frank conversations that's hopefully motivating somebody, inspiring somebody, and I definitely learned a lot. I learned more about racing today than I thought I would today, and I just.
Yes.
I mean, we have a complete subject matter expert on
Yeah,
racing.
Ashley taught us a lot about that racing.
That's what I was talking about. I was talking about Ashley.
Yeah, I know she was on it today.
She was on it.
About displacement. She came in with the 3-4-5.
I said 3,
But
4,
if
5.
you're right.
I said 3, 4, 5. I didn't even know what a 3, 4, 5 was. I know now. I know now. So we learned from the expert, Miss Ashley, on racing, man. And I just think here at Car Talk TV, man, we always laughing, we always joking, man. And we're not a shock jock kind of show, man. We don't care about the controversial stuff. We know there's a lot of bad things going on in the world, man. We're just trying to provide a place where people can smile and forget about that stuff for an hour. You know what I'm saying? So we want to thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, E-Base, can I interrupt you?
Yeah, of course.
Please don't remember, guys, we have the Creator Connection. Go to Creator Con. Con is spelled with 2 N's, creatorcon.com. And that's going to be in November from the 12th through the 14th, I believe. But please go and check that out. If you have a YouTube channel, inspiring to do a YouTube channel on social media, come to that. And we're going to show you the things that we've learned. Myself, Mod the Fame, Stunner Reese, and we got some great social media influencers that are going to come in and speak on the subject. And I think it's a good opportunity for everybody to come in and learn.
Yeah, I dropped the link. Creator Con, CREATOR, Creator CONN.com. So yeah, creatorcon.com, man. Y'all go check them out,
It's
man.
gonna be in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach, November 12th, right?
I think the 12th through the 14th.
Yeah, I think it's November 12th through the 14th, man. Y'all check him out. And before we end the show, man, you know we got Big Demonology on here, and you know he got all kind of sponsors, man, from companies that make black belts to companies that make green belts for cars, if you know what I mean. Um, Hold on, the life of Jeremy Barrett is in here.
Oh, Jeremy
No,
Barrett.
that's a hack account. That's not him. No, it's
That's
not.
that's a hack.
It's a hack. That's not him. That's not him. No way. There's no way the life of Jeremy Barrett is in here. It's a hack account. So I'm gonna inbox the real life of Jeremy Barrett and check to see on Instagram and check to see if that's really him. I think that's a hack account. I think it's a hack account because that's my boy right there. I met the life of Jeremy Barrett in real life.
Diesel in here too.
Now, Shaq Diesel, that's the fake Shaq Diesel too. That's not the real Shaq Diesel. That's also the fake. That's a hack account too. So
That's another hack account.
we got two hack accounts in here. Life of Jeremy Barrett hack account, Shaq Diesel hack account. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe they hacked Jeremy Barrett account.
But if it were happen to be the real life of Jeremy Barrett, man, that's my dude. I love him.
Man,
I love his family.
Dude, man.
That's a good dude.
He come from a good, hard-working family. They gonna make, if it ain't a way, they gonna make a way.
Man, yeah. So we gotta line up the life of Jeremy Barrett on the show one of these days, man. Get him on here, have some good fun conversations, man. So again, thank you, Jeremy Barrett, for dropping in here. Shaq Diesel dropping in here. Of course, Demonology 68, man. Real talk, man. We appreciate you coming on the show. Miss Ashley, Superwoman, 345 Superwoman. We appreciate you coming on the show and being a good role model and example for a lot of people, young black women, young black girls, and just people in general. You being a car club president, you being in the IT field. So I salute you.
Thank you, and I appreciate you guys for having me on. I really enjoyed this, and thank
Yeah,
you,
no,
Demonology.
yeah, for
Good job,
sure.
young lady.
We got confirmation that it is the real life of Jeremy Barrett. We got
How you know if that's Jeremy Barrett, then I'll tell you if he's real. Gumby Barrett, is that you? You know, I call all the Barretts Gumbies because they got them Gumby heads. You know,
Oh, see, look at you.
They ain't no regular. Well, you know, they call me what do you call me? Gumdrop head, milk dud.
Milk Dud, yeah, Milk
head.
Dud.
Yeah, they call me milk dud head. So I call them Barrys. I call all them Barretts Gumby heads. Them a bunch of Gumby heads.
Man, I tell you what, man. If you want to laugh, just be around pick your Barrett. Pick your Barrett. Be around them for about 5 minutes. You gonna either laugh or you gonna get mad. Cause they gonna either be talking about you or talking about somebody else.
Somebody you know. Embarrassed is tough, man.
They
Yeah,
don't
Milk
play.
Dud head. That's what he look at it. Look at it. Milk Dud. There he is. There he
Milk
is.
Dud.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
that
sir.
Gumby head, Joker. That's that big Gumby head.
I
Hey,
love it.
Vapors, before you close it out, man.
Oh, the sponsor.
Yeah, well, before you get to that, let me just shout out a few people, man, because I know we ain't shout out a few people in quite a while. I'm gonna just go down the list right quick, because we got a tons of folks tapping in. So we definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in. 345 Mike, Lefty. We got Top Stepper 392, TK's Garage. Obviously, we got Life of Jeremy Barrett up in the building. Puerto Rican Hammer. Cindyology. We got her tapping in. Rich 30.
Cindyology, I like her.
We got Rich GT 350R, One Bad 392. Mango 392. The Nightlife. Shaq Diesel, Big Shaq Diesel in the building. And that's about it as far as the comments, y'all. So
All right,
go ahead and close it out, Vapes.
All right, cool. So we on Free Smoke at 7:00 tonight. So 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Cartalktv will be on Free Smoke. Hey, Jeremy Barrett, man, you gotta make sure you tune into that, man. Your boy Vapors. I get to be Vapors, when I'm being interviewed, I get to be myself. So you get to hear more about me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought 2 Chainz was the only one. I've been wearing 2 Chainz, man, since the 90s, man. I've been on since the 90s, you know what I'm saying? That's been my style. I let 2 Chainz be who he is. But I got my first sponsor, guys, and any of you guys
Hey man,
know,
who was your first sponsor? Who is
Bosworth Customs here in Charlotte,
Bosworth
North
Customs?
Carolina. Yeah. High-end shop, man. They do speed work, they do custom wraps. I'm getting a full front PPF and ceramic coating done
Okay.
on my Tesla. and
Okay.
it's my first sponsor. So I'm just happy to partner with Cartalktv, E-Vapors, Carshall Rail,
Congrats.
partnering with. Yeah, thank you. Bosworth Customs, man. That's 1820 Westinghouse Boulevard. 1820 Westinghouse Boulevard,
In what
um,
city and state?
Charlotte, North Carolina, man.
Oh, okay.
So be on the lookout for seeing more cars that they've been working on. My Tesla next week, and just a good relationship, man, with my first sponsor. So I want to thank Bosworth Customs, man. And on that note, we got to go.
See y'all at 7. Free smoke.
Free smoke, 7 p.m., man. Make sure
Yeah.
y'all tap in, man. Salute.